Rookie streamer mistakes.
Nice, I was about to go feral.
Do that bench.
Feral will be good. You'll be fine.
Okay, so they used bubbles.
I'm blind.
You can just rush in here, but not you. You should call out
Oh, Dev is behind.
for your main tank to move in.
Oh,
Let's see, who's your main tank? Oh, you don't have a main tank. This is gonna be rough.
Can we get a Lucio instead of a Zen?
I like how the Junkrat prioritizes a Lucio instead of Zen over actual main tank. I think so. The reason he's saying that is because it feels like the enemies have too much spam and you have two options. It's either shield or moving faster. And I guess he wants to move faster. In my opinion, the Hog should switch because you can't do much as Hog against Winston and Orisa because of the shields.
They do, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go close up, fuck it.
So you're doing great here as D.Va, you play the payload.
Where's his version?
Remember to use your barrage, your mini rockets when they're off cooldown, just to min-max, because you won't have much time for your matrix
There's someone behind
due
us.
to the bastion.
Alright, let's go. Fuck me, he's doing what?
Yeah, this is rough. Try and farm your ult here. Nice kill. You gotta call out the bastion and set up engage on him. I know, like, you can't really dive on him or anything, but save your matrix. Tell your team to walk up and move with you when you matrix. And you do have to blow up the bastion to your best ability. And if you don't, he's just gonna shred everyone all the time. You have a Mei with you, so you can have the Mei wall and block the damage, and you just walk up behind it. Be really careful with this position as well, because if the Orisa orbs your way and you don't have matrix, she just pulls you down into the water.
Let's go. Yeah, concentrate on the bastion. And the Winston as well.
There was a monkey.
Yeah, concentrate on the bastion.
Oh, let's see here.
And the
There's a monkey that's a free kill right here.
Winston as well.
The enemies are basically losing the fight because of the positioning they have.
Right now.
Like they send the Ana to, it becomes their right side, and the Bastion is not really shooting anything. Like, he doesn't do anything, because even if he's able to see you, he has a ton of spread to think about.
Fuck, we're getting like wrecked.
Nice kill. Finish off the Orisa. Nice kill on Orisa. That's fine, like you traded 2 for 1, so like you losing mech here is totally fine.
Anyone else left?
I don't wanna sound puff. If I send in like 2 vods for tomorrow or next time, yeah, just send them in VOD review request. I don't have a ton of vods right now, so you can send in 2. Just make sure you send a link plus your role, and use the same format as you can see in welcome rules.
Anyone else going?
And then I'll just review them.
Nearly got my ult. Let's keep pushing card. Done. I think the Bastions might be going high ground. Sorry.
Call out Orisa when she walks up like that. Nice freeze on...
Nice. Where's the
okay, it's a bit laggy right now. Oh, it's yeah, it's some frames dropping on the VOD, not on my Twitch.
Oh, yep, I see him.
Oh, nice. Thank you, Loxo. Just posted to you as well in a VOD review on my Twitch server.
Yeah, I see him. I know where he is.
Yeah, 70 is totally fine. As long as it's HD, so I can see what's happening, it's acceptable. And it's more than gold.
Fuck!
Just everyone just stop. Nice. We're gonna go up this way. I'm done.
Doomfist behind? I don't know where.
He's here. He's coming towards you. I'm done.
Good.
Is there a minimum FPS for VOD submission?
You're not doing good. Check it out. Just not the update.
30
Like,
FPS.
you're doing good, change it up.
Anything below 30 FPS becomes too hacky or like stuttery, and it's really hard to view, like to review, but it's also really rough for the viewers to view as well, since they have a 60 FPS stream.
I have a Zen now.
It's going to be noticeable,
Let's go in. Stay on the count, guys.
Shit.
like if it's on 20 or 15. I don't know how people play on 15, but
Zen is so low.
yeah.
Get that. Where are you guys? Why are you on count with me? What? Zen is so low.
Okay, so there's not much coordination happening, so you basically rely on yourself right now. And you have to make sure that you scout Doomfist so that you can focus him. Also, when you go for the Bastion, before you travel to the Bastion, check your matrix. Right now you don't have no matrix, so you're gonna get shredded on your way to Bastion and you won't be able to kill him.
Get that. Where are you guys? Why are you on count with me? What? Alright, let's regroup. Oh yeah, no, that's fine. Use thingy. It's fine.
Oh, it happens.
Alright guys, let's concentrate on the card now because we need to push it. We've got barely any time.
So you have your ult here. What you can do is just D.Va boost and send your ult, and that's gonna force them to move away and like move behind the corner here, and that makes it really safe for your team to walk up to the cart. But you have to plan that ahead.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. Use thingy. It's fine. Alright guys, let's concentrate on the card now because we need.
Also, as soon as you see a Doomfist moving to you, try to not go into like a choke point, because he doesn't have to charge for the full duration. Instead, he can just do a mini charge and you'll still get stunned.
Use thingy. It's fine.
And
Alright guys, let's
yeah,
concentrate on the card now because we need to push it.
it's just small things. You know.
If you can't use your ult,
There comes the ult.
I'll just change it.
A bit bad timing, because unfortunate timing, I mean, because you have 2 of your DPS dead. And what if you don't get any kills and so on?
That bash. Side of you's on the right.
Yeah. Can't do shit. I really can't. Oh, that's still on.
Ult here, so
Because you end up getting the kills.
Where's his Zen?
ends up top. Let's just get.
You have to focus the Doomfist right now, otherwise he's gonna kill everyone in the backline.
Ends up top. Let's just get.
D.Va on me?
Try to not get distracted by the D.Va, because if she starts shooting on you first, and you both have max HP, or full HP, she's gonna be the one that ends up winning the duel, because that's how D.Va duels works. You both have equal matrix, you both have the barrage. Since you used your barrage, you're gonna automatically have less damage. And what you can do instead is drop down from the stairs, line of sight her, and go for the Doomfist, go for someone else.
Fuck! Moira behind. Dead.
Oh,
Nice kill on Moira.
stay on it, guys.
Get the Lucio, get the Lucio.
Keep in mind that when you're fighting on payload as attackers, it's also healing you a bit. It's not much, but it's a small amount
In the
of heal.
back.
So it's another reason you can drop down and fight on payload.
Stay on it. Hold up.
Lucio.
Behind.
So as soon as you have secured the payload, just focus on recovering and stabilizing.
High ground on our Lucio.
Basically clear out anything that's in your backline. Make sure that nothing pushes through the choke, and then you can consider pushing through the choke yourselves.
Fine, keep.
Also, when your team is hiding behind the wall, you don't really have to matrix either.
Fuck me. Let's swap off the... Oh, Lucio, no, Winston behind.
Since you have no main tank as well, you're taking a lot of damage, so keep using the payload as cover, like you did on first point.
I got guys, keep pushing. I forgot to Winston.
And eat the Moira orb.
But
So a thing you do here is you boost up, but you don't have any matrix. So try to check your matrix in between, you know, now and then. Just like flick your eye to the matrix, and it feels like you tunnel vision a lot. So if you move away some attention, you're gonna notice some change immediately. And I think you tunnel vision because you hear the soldier ult and you just wanna deny him any damage on your backline, I guess. So I totally understand the decision making.
go for the heals first if you can.
Fuck, I should have done that. But I did it
Try not
anyway.
to ult the safe.
But the ult is okay. Like it's not bad and it's not good. But the thing is, you get the new mech, and if you wanted to have a new mech after your last one was destroyed, you need to also call for a reset on the whole team, because you have 40 seconds left. And if the team doesn't die right now and you want to reset as D.Va, you're not gonna have a 6-man fight, like a good last fight. So by getting this mech, you can keep fighting, if you know, since it seems like the whole team wants to keep fighting.
Yourself, I don't mind.
Yep, sorry.
Just, I'll be able to get it.
Soldier behind. High ground on me.
One of you should have tried and gone for like a Reinhardt or Winston or something, because maybe not Winston but Reinhardt, because it's really difficult to play D.Va without a main tank, and no one in your team is like thinking about the spam from what it looks like, especially not Roadhog. So you're doing your best going for the soldier, but soldier will be able to out heal whatever damage you do, because he has a pocket from his supports.
Fuck.
Use your ults.
Yeah.
And yeah, Hog should switch to the tank, but
They're down
D.Va,
in
D.Va on me. D.Va on me.
Stay on the cart.
from what I heard, no one really called it out. So
Go, keep going, guys.
like if you would have said it in voice chat, he would have maybe switched. But sometimes you get these like stubborn players, and what you can do instead is
Shit.
either roll with it, like here, and you know, do your best anyways, and try to make plays with the team, or just
Oh, big.
make the switch
Big.
yourself. You know,
Alright,
it's
That
gonna
was
help
so
you,
easy.
and you also
I got achievement. Oh.
you'll also
Go forward, tanks, go forward.
like later on in Overwatch, like
Yep.
Go
after
forward.
100 games,
About to now. And
after you've seen this, like
Come
you're
on,
still
Lisa,
gonna
put
have
some fast
sometimes
speed,
when you
dude.
need to go off your roll.
nice, that's it. One of the tanks gone.
Mercy,
Moira's
mercy,
half,
mercy,
Moira's half.
mercy. I'm fucked.
That runs back.
I guess you were looking up for the
Missy.
D.Va
She's low,
ward.
she's low.
Let's go.
Nice kill.
I'm dead. Now, in.
So keep in mind, you have no one to help you really far up. So avoid using your boosters because it's overtime here. So if you die, it's gonna be 12 seconds to just respawn, and then also 20 to 25 seconds to walk back.
Come on, Lucio, put us on fast speed, dude.
Nice, that's it. One of the tanks gone.
Mercy,
Where's half? Where's half?
Mercy. I'm fucked.
And
That runs back.
by not going so far deep, you don't have to use your matrix to heal for yourself,
I'm fucked.
and that will give you more, you know, ability to save the backline later on when Soldier uses his ult.
Oh, I think we just lost it there, guys.
So yeah, try to. It's really hard to give like a ton of advice because D.Va is very dependent on the main tank. So let's focus on D.Va though. Keep using the payload as cover. You know, when you don't have a tank, you do great. This is how you play Winston as well. You use line of sight as cover all the time, and try to be aware of Doomfist flanking. You know, not flanking, but coming with a punch against you, like on second point attack. Use your D.Va bomb to zone the Bastion, like on second point, so that you can walk in with the team. And try to not challenge as often as you do on the Soldier, because no one can help you, no one can follow up, because there's so much spam and no shields, no matrix, etc. And try to call for resets when you've lost one man or one mech or etc., and just restart the fight, get the new fight in, and go in with ult combos instead of just using ults chained. And you never, not you as in you specifically, but the team doesn't really get much value from the ults. So what you can do as someone that notices it is just call it out, like speak with the team, say, let's use these ults next time, or reset, and repeat what you're saying as well. So yeah, this was from Rebel. Next VOD is from Parzival. Yeah, from Parzival.